frustrated with the team's ugly penalties they have taken the first 2 weeks of the season. However, they're still 2-0 to start the season, and they look fairly decent. So, Mr. Torrey Anderson, is this a good thing or bad thing that Kyler Murray is frustrated with the stupid penalty that's going on in Arizona?
What stupid penalties? Like, that's what I don't get.
There's a lot of they got called. I believe they had 15 or 16 penalties in week 2.
Yeah, against the Vikings,
but the refs were offsides.
Yeah, the refs were pretty flag happy that entire game both ways though. Like, yeah. I get it if it's one way. Like, yeah, okay, but that game there was flags all over the place in that game, and there was a ton of offside penalties in that game. Like, it seemed like every third down, like, oh, it's 3rd and 4, and offsides. It just felt like that the whole game, and I don't know. For me, it's just cleaning up the minor little mental mistakes that you made. Then it's not like, major penalties or stupid penalties. It's just stuff that you're cleaning up at that point. You're still 2-0. You're probably one of the best teams in the NFL. To quote Brian Gutekunst to Aaron Rodgers, just shut up and do your job.
Oh, so Combs, Torrey is telling Kyler Murray to shut up and pass the ball. What it comes down to. But are you okay with Kyler Murray being frustrated about these bad calls?
I mean, I love how when I had a take, Torrey's answer was how many games have you played in the NFL? And now it's that guy, I have no respect for him. Oh, that guy, shut up and do his job.
Hey, you dropped something. It's your testicles, pick them up.
I was going to make a joke, but that would have been rude. You had cancer, and that's not nice.
Come on. Anyway, how many times a day do I say to you guys, you guys make me really glad I had cancer?
Anyway, I don't know. Like, I think that, his frustration is legit. It's the same frustration that I've spoken about, like I said, with the Bears, and same thing that worries me about the Packers. You can win. You could be fine and dandy. Well, look at the Steelers last year, 12-0. They were winning, but we all saw it. We're like, yeah, great, you're winning, but you're not playing very well, and you're beating a bunch of crappy teams. Okay, and I'm not saying that's what happened in here with the Arizona Cardinals, but you can be 2-0 and still be making a lot of dumb mistakes and just kind of getting by. And that's what they did against Minnesota. If Minnesota makes that kick at the end of the game, they're 1-1. And so I think his frustration is legit. They are still 2-0. They are still a very talented team in a very talented division. They do need to clean up those mistakes, because those mistakes against teams like the Los Angeles Rams, like against the Seattle Seahawks, against the San Francisco 49ers, those are the types of mistakes, those are the types of dumb plays that are going to cost you a division in the long run, because one game is going to decide this division. And that could be one game between 3 teams, but that's what's going to decide this division. And you don't want to be that guy who's like, you know what? It was 4th and 1 from the 35, and we were going to go for it, and I jumped off sides, took us out of field goal range. We lost the game, and now we lost the division. Yeah, those dumb penalties can absolutely cost you. I'm fine with him being frustrated with that. I actually like the fact that he's coming out and being a leader and saying, hey, you know what? Yeah, great, we're 2-0, but that doesn't mean anything right now. We've got a lot of stuff to clean up. We always say, no matter how good you are, you've got room to improve, right?
Yeah, which is 100% correct. So, Combs, let me ask you this cool question here. Torrey said he just needs to shut up and play, but then you said you are happy about Kyler, making this known, like, hey, I'm not happy about this play. Is Kyler Murray the person to address this penalty issue, though, or is that fall on the coaching staff?
No, it can come from players too. I mean, that's why you have player only meetings. Kyler Murray's coming off the best game of his career statistically. I mean, so he's playing really well.
Right.
So if he's still out there and he's still geared up and he's still watching, instead of sitting on the bench while he's, off the field. He's up there, he's watching the defense, he's watching how they're performing. He's engaged in the game, and he's telling them, hey, look, we still got things we can clean up. That's leadership to me. It's absolutely leadership to me. And the coaching staff, yes, it's their job to coach these guys up, to help them clear these mistakes. But I would absolutely love to have a guy like that on me instead of a guy that sits there and tells me to RELAX.
Tori, is this a coaching issue with the whole penalty thing?
I mean, it's cleaning up the coaching issues, getting the coaches to tell them guys to line up in the right spot. Is it completely on the coaches? No, but it's the coach's job to fix those issues, not Kyler Murray's.